Chris, thanks for joining us once again for our team selection video brought to you by Billy's Cakes. Must be a very good feeling about the place at the moment after last week's stirring win over Collingwood.
We were really happy with the result. It was a pretty important game for us. Obviously 3-3 is a lot better than being sitting 2-4, so especially being down at 39 points at quarter time would have been easy to panic, really, but the boys really stuck to the structures well, and obviously we had the win in the last quarter and really used that to our advantage. So really good last quarter, obviously keeping them scoreless and kicking 8 goals as well. So really pleased to get the 4 points, and obviously looking forward to this week's challenge.
As you mentioned, it was an incredible last quarter by the boys, so it must have been made even more special for the club by the fact that so many legends are in attendance.
I think it's always important that when you do have these sort of days and you bring back your past players and your legends of the club, that the current players really put on a strong performance. And to our boys' credit, they knew the significance of the occasion. They were really keen to sort of put on a good show, and that last quarter effort certainly pleased the guys that we had there. So we had a really good fun day there with all the boys playing the curtain raiser before the game. So survived with no injuries, which was good, and obviously it's a really good lead up to our Hall of Fame event coming up in a few weeks.
Speaking of the Hall of Fame, there's only 3 weeks left until it's on. How are ticket sales looking at the moment?
It is fast approaching, so as you said, it is only 3 weeks away, but we've had a really good response so far. So we've sold over 530 tickets, and we're really looking forward to it. So Saturday the 31st of May, Crown Palladium. It's going to be a really special night for the football club. So tickets are still available for all our supporters and members who want to come along. We're really looking forward to seeing a big crowd there. So you can get your tickets by calling the club 93910309 or by going to our website. So as you said, it is only 3 weeks away, so I really encourage all our members and supporters and families of players, etc., to really come along to the event, because it is going to be a special night for the football club with lots of people being inducted to the Hall of Fame and obviously the first legends being announced. So we're really looking forward to it.
Absolutely. Looking at this week's clash now against Frankston, they are winless at the moment, but it always must be a tough assignment to face them at their home ground.
I think it's pretty well known fact that down at Frankston they're a really tough team to beat. So it's a really unique oval in terms of it's a bit skinnier, so they play the ground really well. So we've had some really good battles with them down there at Frankston in the past few years. So they're going to be really coming out hard. So we've got to be ready for that challenge and really back our guys in to get the result down there.
A player who's been in hot form of late is Lee Masters. You must be wrapped with his performances and continued development.
He's been a really impressive player for us so far, Lee. So we've played him in sort of a wide variety of positions. He even had a short stint in the ruck there in one of the games there. So, but he's someone who's really come on. Look, had a really good pre-season, and just someone who just put, we're going to get 110% effort from him each time. So the thing about Lee is he doesn't need to have sort of 20, 25, 30 possessions to really have an impact on a game. So every time he goes near the ball, his impact is just that profound. So really been one of our most impressive performances this year, and someone who's just been really handy for us in terms of his versatility. So really pleased with the way Lee's going.
Moving along to the team selection now, and it's great to see big Scott Clouston back in the lineup, and youngster Jake McKenzie gets another crack at being the 23rd man this week.
So Scotty comes back in. So Scotty missed last week. He had a function up in Brisbane where he's part of a charity up there. So great chance for him to go back there and be part of that. So which went really well for him. But really keen to obviously get him back in this week. So he'll be a really handy inclusion for us as well. And Jake, we brought him in last week. He probably brought him in for sort of his running ability and his work outside, but in the conditions there, he was actually really good defensively. So we're really pleased with his efforts both defensively. We played him up forward as well. Really put in some real solid defensive pressure and some really strong efforts there. But hopefully, in sort of in better conditions, we can see sort of his trademark run and creativity all across the ground. So he gets another chance this week as the 23rd player, and looking forward to seeing him in action again. Okay,
Chris, let's go through the team for this week against Frankston.
So from the back line, Nick Singh, Peter Fawkes, Jack Charleston. Halfback, Jack Johnston, Brad Mangan, Lee Masters. Through the middle, Ben Davies, Ben Jolly, Adam Markon. Half forward, Jake McKenzie, Sean Tye, Cameron Lockwood. Up forward, Ryan Ferguson, Scott Clouston, Anthony Anastasio. Our on ball division, Nick Meese, Mitch Banner, Kane Lambert. And on our extended interchange, Stephen McCullum, Jack Dorgan, Ed Carr, Sean Hetherington, Daniel Kilikowski, David Fay, Michael Gibbons, Sam Critchley and Jake Owen.
It's been a while since we've played an away game, this being just the second time it's happened this year. I'd imagine getting as much away support as possible is pretty important.
especially down in Frankston. We know the Frankston supporters are pretty vocal and very passionate down there, so we're really looking forward to seeing a lot of Seagull supporters down there. We do have our supporters bus running for those wanting to come along and not wanting to travel down themselves, so that's $20. You can book in by calling the office before midday tomorrow, Friday, and that gets you leaving from Newport down to Frankston for $20, which is a great deal. So I know it is Mother's Day as well, but there's probably no better way to spoil your mum than take her to a nice day of the footy down to Frankston. So really looking forward to seeing lots of blue and gold down there, and looking forward to seeing the boys put in a good performance away from home.
Well, thanks very much for joining us once again, Chris, and best of luck on this weekend's games.
Cheers.